The Sword of Roland. The Song of Roland is an old French lay, a romantic story of glory and honor, inspired by a true military tragedy that occurred in 778 AD. Charlemagne and his troops were marching through the Pyrenees Mountains when the vanguard, led by Roland, was ambushed and completely slaughtered. Legend tells that, rather than let his sword fall into enemy hands, he tried to destroy it by bashing it into the rocks. Instead of shattering the sword, the mountain itself was broken asunder. Roland's breach in the Pyrenees Mountains can still be seen today. But why the seemingly irrational action on the part of Roland for a simple sword? In the epic at this time, he is at death's door, staving off the dark mist of sleep. Why does he expend the last reserves of his energy in such a way, rather than taking the chance to wind Oliphant one last time? For the reason that Roland's sword is not just a sword, it is an emblem. It is a representation of higher ideals and truth. The dedication of something to a certain set of ideals or principles is not meaningless, and the conceding of that something, in this case Roland's sword, is synonymous to betraying the principles you swore to uphold. For the realm of the symbolic is just as real, if not more so, than the realm of the rational and material. Perhaps this secret truth in this story, in that it was the mountain that was split apart rather than the sword. This sacred, or that which is consecrated to the defense of the sacred, forever trumps the merely physical. This can also be expressed in more practical terms, especially as concerns the liberal arts. Only relatively recently have the liberal arts, poetry, music, and the like, in short, the creation of beauty, been perceived to be in the realm of faggotry. With the passing of Chesterton, Lewis, Tolkien, and others, these art forms have been willingly surrendered to the hordes of the demoralizing. Real men, true men, it is supposed nowadays, concern themselves exclusively with hard work, physical work, real work. And while men should engage in physical manual labor, the divorce of the two labors has caused great decline in culture and Western morals. For the society that separates its scholars from its warriors will have its thinking done by cowards and its fighting done by fools. There must be a balance. It is time to reclaim the liberal arts. Like the sword of Roland, it must not be waved in our faces, now an instrument of our destruction and decay. Perhaps the most obvious example is the rainbow. Taken until only recently, as a symbol given directly to us by God, as a symbol of his faithfulness. It has since been taken and conceded without even a token struggle by Christians, as a symbol denoting homosexuality. Seeing a rainbow now does not immediately call to mind God's goodness, rather sin against his design. This has more cultural, spiritual, and moralistic weight and power to it than one might initially think. So let the sword of Roland serve as a charge to all of us to not concede as much as a symbol to the forces of evil. For that army is always waging war for the spirit of nations and the souls of men, regardless if we see it or not. Consecrated objects must not become a token of the enemy's victory, as this will discourage future combatants to whom that object initially belonged. I am reminded of the Ark of the Covenant in Philistine hands, or the desecration of Hector's body outside the gates of Ilium. Therefore let us reclaim what was once ours. Let us not surrender without a fight that which was first dedicated to the cause of right. Give our enemies no tools to use against us, no trophy to claim glory over us.